Guys, what's up? I am back at it again with another video. This one is at the request of Bumble Bastion. You were wanting some Dark of the Moon type figures. I don't have that, but I do have some from the Bayverse. This one is STEELBANE. This is the one I'm going to be going over today. To start off, the articulation on this figure is pretty good. You can turn his head that much that way, and he does get a little bit of a head tilt. He can look up that far and down that far. His arms can go 360 degrees. They can swivel at the elbow and at the wrist, and they bend about that much. He does have these wings on his back, which do offer for more articulation. However, they are a bit hefty and weighty. His arms can go out about that much due to these pauldrons, but they do have a little bit more articulation to them. He does not have a waist swivel. He can move his legs about... Sorry about that. Okay, something I had to point out is his legs can get stuck on this loincloth piece in the front, but they can move forward about that far if they don't get stuck, and again, about that far, which is pretty good. And you can get quite a decent kick. The knees have separate distances that they can bend, so to say, mainly because one has the head and one has the tail of what he transforms into. They can bend about that much on that leg and that much on that leg. Overall, the articulation is very good, and you can get poses such as a battle-ready pose, a kneeling knight pose, and even the superhero landing. The transformation is kind of tricky, but it's worth it. To start off, what you want to do is you want to pull these forward, these parts of the chest, you want to pull them forward like so. You want to take this part and bring it up to here. The side panel, just the whole side panel, comes out. The next thing you want to do is you want to take this part and you just want to swivel it all around up until that part there. Then what you want to do is you want to take this piece here, head on around to the back, and you want to make sure that little silver peg right there is down in that oval slot, of which case you want to bring this around to here. Then you want to take these and you want to fold them back, of which case you want to take this and you want to push it upwards. It does help if you turn the head all the way around, but that's really up to you. Next, you want to come around to the leg right about here, and you want to turn this around. Specifically, what you want to do is you want to bring it back. You want to push that up just a little bit, and then you want to turn it around. The next piece that you want to do is you want to bring this forward like such, and you want to make sure those horns are back, and you want to turn that around. That will come in handy later. The next thing you want to do is you want to take this piece that were the shoulder blades, and you want to bring it up there to where it's holding the neck, or now what is the neck, into place. Then you want to take this bit right here, go ahead and fold that back. Swivel this, but make sure that this part doesn't turn, so just the knee. Then what you want to do is you want to take this and you want to flip it up like so. You got the head and you got the tail. Now last but not least, you need the legs. Go back to what used to be the arms. Take this and... oh, sorry. Take this and fold this up like so, then swivel it forward. Same on the other side. And then, just to finish it up, the wings. Make sure they're both up in that type of pattern. And then, take the sword and tab it into the back. Like so. And you have your dragon mode. The dragon can, of course it can move the horns, but that goes back into the transformation. It can move its head that far that way, and since it could move it all the way around in the transformation, it can as well. It can open its mouth. It can look up that far and down that far. The wings are able to go out, and these are able to move around, so that way they can be just normal wings, like so. And the legs, for the most part, they have all the articulation that they did when they were the arms. Except for now, they have an extra hinge joint here with the feet and the claws. The tail can move around. It is on a ball joint. And because it used to be the leg, it has a little bit more. And just like the other, or what used to be the other leg, before it was the tail, the neck also has a lot more articulation now. And that is the dragon mode, or the beast mode if you're going by Beast Wars logic, but we're just going to call it the dragon mode. Now, the painting and the sculpting on this figure is really great, especially when it's in the knight form. Personally, I like how the cold, icy blue blends in with the gray and the steel colors that they have on here to give it the effect of a Roman sentry or a Roman or really an early medieval knight, which is the kind of aesthetic that they were going for in the movie. In this figure, they capture it very well. Overall, good 9 out of 10 on the figure.